Yeah. You know, they'd never performed Money, but one time in concert. They never performed it again. Haven't performed it for years.
Really?
Money Talks?
Mm-hmm.
They did it in whenever I saw them back in 90.
They did it when they dropped Angus Bucks, and that caused some sort of nightmare.
Interesting.
And they said after that, they've never done it again because I don't know, Angus Bucks would be cool. But, so they don't perform. It's kind of an odd thing, right? I mean, I'm sure now that they're retiring, they may throw some of these things. I'm assuming they're retiring. You never know. Nobody ever really retires. As long as somebody's willing to pay you, you'll get out there. Come on, listen to the money talk.
Listen to the money talk.
House bells, huh?
Interesting.
What'd you say? Did you say house bells? Brian, did you say something? I don't know, Angus. Did you say something?
Yeah, man. Whenever I saw them, Angus's hair almost reached the floor. Yeah. His hair, he took that little schoolboy uniform hat off, and I mean, that hair went, whoa.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, wow, Angus.
Little Crystal Gale.
Man, dude, you're letting that hair grow.
Yes, now not anymore. I wish I could do it back in the old days.
Yeah, that his hair's not growing like that anymore, for sure.
So for those of you not keeping score, last week at this time, there was this thing that came out in Axios that said, oh, nothing to see here with this Epstein character. So he didn't even exist. He wasn't even a real person. So nothing. You guys, good luck. Good luck. And that has not gone over well. Now,
fictional people can't die.
They can't die. Even the Democrats are saying, all right, let's enough of this.
The American people deserve to know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as it relates to this whole sordid Jeffrey Epstein matter. Democrats didn't put the Jeffrey Epstein thing into the public domain. This was a conspiracy that Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, and these MAGA extremists have been fanning the flames of for the last several years.
That's Hakeem Jeffries. Well, he is useless. He's not wrong.
It's something they're going to use.
That's it. And by the way, you guys dropped the ball on this one. You made this thing out to be the deepest and darkest of the states. These people were the ones that are truly the puppet masters doing stuff, and this has landed in your doorstep, and now you don't know what to do with it.
Why are we still talking about this?
Yeah,
we got tragedies going on. We got the greatest economy in the world ever. Why are we talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Because you made a lot of it about Jeffrey Epstein, and you made it a big deal. And this isn't about Jeffrey, although people should want there to be, how should I say this? Some comeuppance for some of these people. And you've got to do it right, because being a business associate doesn't mean you were a diddler. But there needs to be some serious questions asked. And why are you still talking about this? Because you talked about it for years. You fanned the flames. You've got two people who made kind of a living at it in pushing this. So, yeah, there is no going away from this now. And you better figure out what to do, because people are not happy. And these are people that voted overwhelmingly for you, and they want questions asked. And now what they're saying is you replaced one beast in the swamp for another beast. And that's what else are you going to say? What are you going to say to people? No, it's no big deal. No, it's a waste. That's the new thing. So this is a Republican rep earlier today going on all the news saying, it's not a big deal, guys. What are we doing?
As I've said, I'm not exactly one to subscribe to conspiracy theories. So from my vantage point, if somebody committed a crime, if somebody affiliated with Jeffrey Epstein committed a crime, they should be prosecuted. In the absence of that, frankly, this seems like a colossal waste of time and effort and, frankly, a lot of nonsense. There are a lot of issues facing this country right now. A dead pedophile ain't one of them. And from my vantage point, the world is a lot better off with Jeffrey Epstein no longer part of it. And as I said, if somebody did something, if there is evidence of a crime committed, then prosecute them. In the absence of that, what are we talking about?
So you're telling me you have thousands of hours of child porn and stuff, and there's nobody you're going to prosecute? Not a soul? I'm trying to figure this all. I'm trying to put it all together. And this isn't about the prosecution of Epstein or not. He's dead. And as we all know, he twisted his ankle and he got a severe infection and he fell asleep and he never woke up, or whatever they want to tell you happened. He was eaten by dinosaurs.
Twisted his neck and got an infection.
He was eaten by dinosaurs. That's it.
Yeah. A brand new tarantula that China had developed bit him.
Yeah, that's right. That's it. Fauci said, we don't have to worry. Just put the mask on. We're going to be good 2 weeks to slow the spread. This isn't about him at this point in time. It's about you losing credibility and then trying to regain it and telling everybody, well, we're going to go after this group. We're going to go after. Nobody believes you now because you have people on your staff and your administration who pushed this narrative for years, who made a living at this narrative, who got rich in some cases off this narrative, and now you want us to believe that it never really happened.
And you just want everybody to forget about it.
And that's not going to happen. It isn't. It isn't. Robert Saul, you should move on. Let me tell you who's not moving on. I watched the Turning Point stuff this weekend. You know who's not moving on? All of those people who are active, who are young, who are pissed and feel like they're being lied to. An older generation might go, oh, it doesn't really matter. It does when you're thinking about the truth. So now you want me to believe that what really matters is this, or what really matters is this, and not this. That doesn't work that way. It doesn't. Because you're gaslighting people. You're telling it hey, it's no big deal. It doesn't matter. Well, if you're 57, you're sitting at home and you're watching the news during the day and working a little bit here and there, maybe it doesn't matter to you. But if you're 22, 23, and you've grown up in the podcast era, where this was a big deal, where they talked about this, and these people went out there and said, there's got to be some funny business going on here, all of this kind of stuff, and everybody got behind it, and now the director of the FBI and the assistant director of the FBI are like, nothing happened. Not a thing. Don't know what happened. Nothing. Everything's good. He died. It was horrible. He had appendicitis. That's it. Mandy, Ghislaine, whatever the hell her name is. Silly name.
Mandy Maxwell.
Somebody said the dire wolves ate him. Could have happened. The dire wolves.
Fed him to a moa.
Somebody said Epstein was blackmailing himself.
Well, I mean, I'm telling you, man, I go back to that day that, Pam Bondi released phase 1 of the Epstein files. And nothing against the influencers, but, had a group of influencers in there, released it to them. A handful of them came out of the White House smiling and waving it. And then now there's nothing. We're not supposed to ask any more questions. This is just the way it is. Believe us.
We would like to hand you a binder of things you have already seen.
Yeah. That you could get on the internet, that every one of you could get. And that you think inside of there, you're going to break this, like, do not break until we tell you to embargo. And you're going to go through it. And the exact same, she was excited. She printed off some of the stuff herself. Oh, my God. She is useless. I had high hopes for her, of all the people. I'm iffy about Pete Hegseth. I got to be honest with you. It's an okay job, I guess, outside of stopping the weapons without telling anybody.
The signal chat was a rough start.
That was a rough start. But you know what? He kind of weathered that. That was a rough start. And what's Cash done? Is the Hoover building still open? I thought it was going to be a museum.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It's going to be a museum. Right, Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi's out there going, we're going to prosecute this person and put him in jail for 30 years. And the people next to him are like, hey, Pam, we got to charge him with something first. So that's a little presumptive that we're putting him in jail forever. And then Dan, that day Dan Bongino comes out and he's like, yeah, he didn't kill himself. So there's.
He did not look well.
No.
Whenever that.
No.
He is really. He seems to really be struggling with this.
Of course. Yeah. Somebody said phase 2 turned into FU.
Pretty much.
Deal with it. Deal with it. But then you run around and say, you know what? The everything was rigged. They're all against me. They're this, that, and the other. This deep state. Well, this was a giant deep state thing, and now, no, nothing to see here. I'd like to see a little bit more. I think it's fair. And the way that you came out, again, sometimes it's how you say things. And you didn't say things the way that you should have. Releasing something kind of anonymously to Axios was not a good play. And for every one of you out there, because I've got several go, I'll get off from this is stupid. Guess what? There's 20 other text messages and a bunch of other people going, no, this has nothing to do with Epstein at this point. This is all to do with credibility. Because now it's hard for me to look over there when you say, we're going after all these people because they're part of the deep state. And I'm thinking to myself, feels like you're part of the deep state and that you're just deep stating them.
Going after them for what? Full pardons?
Yeah. Like, that's the other thing. It's like, what about the pardons? Who cares, right? If that's where all we're going to be, that's not it's, you know what? Politics is gross and nasty, but this just feels, at some point where you're like, this is way worse than that. But we're a part of it, so we're going to keep our mouths shut. That's the way the Republicans, I think, are looking at it now. Trump told us not to say anything. We care about the kids as long as it's not going to get us in trouble. That's the way it feels.
2026.
That's it. And at the end of the day, when 2026 rolls around for the midterms, it's going to be about the economy still.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
I will tell you what. If the economy struggled on and off and things really aren't much different than they are today, and you've got this still hanging out over there, it's that thing where noises, they get louder and louder when things aren't perfect. If the economy's great, it doesn't matter what happens to any of this stuff.
Nope.
But if it struggles, it's just that little thing gets louder, and then this thing over here gets louder. All of a sudden, these things have gone from a whisper to a roar. And we've seen it in sports. I always tell everybody, you could find out later on in life, oh, this locker room was fractured. They were horrible. Nobody got along. But you know what? They won, so it never left the locker room. The minute they start losing, stuff gets out. It starts to go bad. And then, boom, it gets out in the public and everything goes sideways. But the economy will be the number one thing, as it always is. But it doesn't mean we should trust you because you no longer feel trustworthy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Eddie Murphy. Am I correct?
It's Winston Zeddemore.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Winston Zeddemore.
It's supposed to have been Eddie Murphy, but it wasn't.
Yeah, that was so. I'll believe anything. Ghostbusters. Great movie. Fantastic movie. Fantastic. Coming up, a lot of stuff. By the way, we've got a lot of people chiming in on the Church of Christ. Just to let you know that. If you guys didn't hear last hour, Ken was scared to death when he was working. Was that your first radio gig?
That's my very first radio gig, man. 16 years old.
And headed to hell.
Yeah, headed to hell. The guy, 16, he's already judged Ken going to hell.
He just looked at me and could tell.
Yeah, and this guy told me who started the Church of Christ. It was some former Baptist guy that was disgruntled. Let me guess, no dancing and no dinosaurs. Whatever you do, no dancing and definitely no dinosaurs.
And no swimming with women.
No,
no dancing with dinosaurs.
I was watching my Boardwalk Empire last night.
Oh, yeah?
And it's set right around, it's the First World War, but they're walking down the beach, and this lady gets a ticket for her skirt being too short.
Oh.
And they measured. And they were going to take her to jail. She got a $10 fine for her skirt not being 7 inches to her knees. Just be aware of that, kids. That could happen here at any moment in time.
We're sorry, ma'am. You have a couple of inches too much of freedom there.
Yeah, that's it. She's like, look at my knees. Look at my knees. That's probably what happened on the Epstein's Island. Coming up. It happened. What is it? We'll tell about it. But I tell you what, it was one of the greatest things that's ever happened in modern music history or history from music way back when. It is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
President Trump has announced an arms deal with NATO to help Ukraine. This story and more at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
The X account for Elmo, the furry red monster from Sesame Street, shared a string of posts Sunday that included racist and anti-Semitic language. At one point, it even commented on the sex trafficking investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. A spokesperson for Sesame Workshop said the disgusting posts were the work of a hacker, and the account has since been secured. The posts have also been taken down.
Oh, that's not very nice. Elmo don't like that.
It was crazy.
I think it was really Elmo.
I think it was, too. Man, I was like, who's running Elmo's account?
Oh, I don't know. Not Elmo.
Are you sure?
The Jews?
Yeah, but one of the things that was funny is
Release the files. Release the files.
talking about releasing the files. But they did apparently address it in Sesame's workshop.
Elmo's sorry. He don't mean to make everyone sad. Release the files. Epstein's not dead. He wasn't murdered. He's on an island.
You know, Elmo don't look all that Aryan to me. You
No,
might
he
want to watch
doesn't.
what he says.
A little bit red right there. So, first of all, Elmo's got 650,000 followers. So, said a bunch of stuff. Just crazy. Blame the Jews, wants to kill all Jews. I don't know how Kanye got a hold of the site.
Oh, man, Kanye, bad guy. I like his songs.
What?
I'm okay with his merch.
Elmo, come on, man.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. Kill the Jews.
What? That's just...
Wow, man.
I know. Could you believe that?
So this is twice now.
Yeah.
So it was Elmo, and what was the other that apparently was spitting out a bunch of anti-Semitic?
No, that was Gronk.
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 Yeah.
Gronk bad. Gronk racist. Don't worry, we fixed Gronk. Should be okay now.
Oh, boy.
Can you believe? Could you imagine? You go on and you're like, hey, what the hell, Elmo? It's like, release the files. Epstein went after Trump as well.
Oh, that's not nice.
Fire up the gas chambers.
That's right. That is just insane. And don't worry, though, we've got it back now.
So, like, what prompts that? Like, what would prompt something like that happening?
Why Elmo, of all people?
Right.
Because I'm so popular, and nobody would ever think I would not like the Jews.
Because it's a child's toy and a child's TV show, and I think they believe they're going to get more attention if they do it via a child's.
Yeah.
Like, if they do it, we expect that with
Kanye
Kanye.
says it, you're like, well, of course.
Of course he does.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Right?
not surprising.
And if somebody else, that just picked some random star, like if Jennifer Aniston was hacked and there was nobody's going to believe that.
Right.
But we believe Elmo because
We know that they all try to control us.
Yeah.
it was just insane. But you're right, though. It's because it's so weird, you pay more attention to it. Because somebody said Elmo tickled me with those posts. That was awful. Whew. Elmo's in a lot of trouble. So they fixed it, though, so we're good. Only good stuff now.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. No. Every once in a while, Elmo should just sneak something in. Just a little different, right? Just a little different. Just something,
I didn't vote for this.
Every night before he goes to bed, he should just type out, release files one more time.
That's the funny thing. He should be like,
Elmo bad, sorry, about anti-Semitic post.
what about Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh, no, that's fine. Release the files. Oh, Elmo.
Oh, my Lord. Coming up, we're going to talk about this past weekend. They celebrate. I can't even believe, Belle and I were like, this really? 40 years ago this happened. And I do remember where I was when it took place. I remember how excited I was about it. It was incredible.
You were there?
No, I wasn't. I watched it on TV, though.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit about it. It was called Live Aid. And it was fantastic.
Oh, boy.
So we're going to break down Live Aid and how 17 Minutes was called the greatest music of rock and roll history, but how much money they raised subsequently compared to today, but how different it was back then and how they raised money. When you go and look at how much money was raised for Haiti and the earthquake and things of that nature, just mind-boggling for the storms that we've had, how easy it is to raise money compared to back then. So we'll talk about that. Live Aid, 40 years. We'll do that straight ahead. If you missed any of the show, shame on you. Grab the podcast. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Oh, amazing. Incredible. What, 40 years ago, by the way, people, 40 years ago, this took place. And it came from a dude, an Irish guy, Bob Geldof. I made the Bob, Sir Bob to you. Bunch of Sir Bob Geldofs. So he was the lead singer of a band. They were called Boomtown Rats. And they weren't doing very well at the time. And as Bob puts it, I was sitting at home with nothing to do when I should have been out rocking and rolling. And he saw something on the BBC. And it was this big report about how bad things had gotten in Ethiopia. And things were a nightmare in Ethiopia. And, famine, stuff that, stuff of nightmares. It's like one of those things where they would show you, miles of hard-packed clay and, like, dead animals with just their bones. It was awful. And there was a war, not a shocker. So he says, I need to do something about it. So he comes up with Band-Aid, Feed the World, that weird song that everybody sings at Christmas about.
Feed the world.
Let them know it's Christmas. That song. It's a great song. We love it. But
they do it a lot better.
Yeah. But, it's kind of weird, though, that we're singing a song about famine at Christmas. And people are like, that's one of my favorite Christmas songs.
Yeah.
So they decide then USA for Africa, Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson and a bunch of other people, Lionel Richie, they all get together and say, we should do something too. So they raise a ton of money. And then they said, we should do a big concert. It's this massive concert. Then lo and behold, way back in the day, the 13th of July, in the year of the Lord, 1985. How old were you guys? I was 14.
I was 17.
Yeah, I would have been 17.
It was awesome. It was incredible. It was a rock and roll extravaganza of fun and frivolity that just changed the world. I mean, we got 1.5 billion people. So about 40% of the world at some point in time tuned in to see that. That's big numbers.
And there were two different stages in two different cities.
So you had Philadelphia and then you had Wembley.
Yeah.
Who was the only person to perform at both?
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins, that's right.
Way to go. Phil Collins was everywhere in the 80s.
Oh, he was.
Everywhere.
Didn't he play? He played a
Charlie
Genesis
Brown?
set.
Charlie Brown, that's right.
He played a Genesis set, hopped the Concorde, and then went and played a solo set.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Awesome.
And they flew him over, and they got him over there. And people were like, how do they do it in today's world? It was incredible. It was just awesome to watch. And then, the stories years after about, obviously we know about Freddie.
Yeah.
So they were the only band, by the way, that practiced. They knew that they were doing this. Freddie had struggled for a few years. They hadn't been really together, and he was worried his voice couldn't handle it. So that was true to the story. They did practice. Nobody else did. Everybody else kind of showed up and just lent their voices and did whatever they thought they could do.
Well, he was sick, too.
Yeah,
but
he was
nobody
sick.
knew, right?
Yeah, nobody really knew. The band knew, and that was it.
And they had tried to beg off from doing it. They didn't think it was anything.
They didn't think he was
good.
ready for it.
But there was a couple of people in their organization who was like, you're going to wake up the next morning and regret having not done this.
Yeah. And they did it. And it was, Rolling Stone said it's the greatest 17 minutes in the history of rock and roll.
They literally stole the show.
Yeah. And
there were artists coming up to them after their set going, how the hell am I supposed to follow that?
When he did Deo, which was all just kind of ad-libbed right there, they had no idea how huge that was going to be. So it raised a ton of money. In total, if you put everything together, in today's world, it raised about $500 million, which was huge, $127 million total. But then the chaos happened because some of it was stolen, which happens in times like this by the warlord that was running Ethiopia at the time, as I call it, Ethiopia. It was a nightmare to get some of these groups into some of these places, the danger. But when you think about how much money people raise nowadays, Hurricane Katrina, $4 billion on private donations. That's insane because you can text, so it's easier. The 2010 Haiti earthquake, $13 billion right there. And what's interesting though, for all the big ones, what I don't see is they didn't do really any concerts for that big giant tsunami, did they?
No. Where would you have done it?
Well, because it's weird because, well, it's on the other side of the globe, but you would think for as many people who died, like as Haiti, the earthquake was horrific. But they also talk about all the money that was lost. Because especially in Haiti, there was a lot
How many people died in the tsunami? Was it almost 200,000?
Oh, it was over 200. There was almost 3.
Wow.
Yeah, that death toll was total in the tsunami, 227,898.
That's a lot of death.
God, that is insane. That shows you about how bad it is. But when you go and look at Haiti and the earthquake there was 220,000 to 300,000. But it was closer to us. We've got people that are here from Haiti. It was a much closer situation. Now, how many people really died? The official estimates, according to the government of Haiti, was that some sources, the U.S. government placed a death toll closer to 46,000 to 85,000. Either way, those were huge. But, it's the little things. That right there, the whole thing with the likes of Live Aid, to get people to give at that time, that was amazing. Because we were going through a different time, and to get people to pick up a phone call and make a call was an amazing thing. Where was it J.J. Watt? Remember when J.J. Watt just went on his Instagram and just pled with people to give for Houston and everything? And all the money he raised, they finally had to shut it down because he was raising so much money. It's easy today. Back then, though, you had to pick up a phone call, you had to call somebody.
Or write a check and mail it.
It was not like, oh, yeah, you know what? Text this and you'll get that and it'll be no problem.
Or just go online and,
Yeah, so Sam Kinison was right about Ethiopia. Yeah, that was true. I get it. Remember the Sam Kinison jokes about Ethiopia? There's sand. Nothing's going to grow here.
Yeah, we have sands. We have deserts in America. We don't live in them.
It was a huge night, though. Do you know the artist? Because I remember, some bands I totally wanted to see. Because what it did was it brought old together with new. So you had Zeppelin, but then you had the Thompson Twins.
And you had Black Sabbath.
And you had Madonna. You had a differing world of young pop stars, the Duran Durans of the world, and then these old rockers. Yeah. That we considered that now they're still going, which is scary. But still.
Yeah. Judas Priest played?
Yeah, Judas Priest.
And that was another thing, was that there was no style barrier. He wanted anybody that was willing to come in and participate that people would want to watch.
Yeah. So here's who played the Wembley Arena. Status Quo, the Style Council, who I love, Boomtown Rats, Adam Ant, Ultravox, Spandau Ballet, Elvis Costello, Nick Kershaw, Sade. Ooh, she was so nice.
Sade is awesome.
I love me some Sade. Phil Collins, Sting, Brian Ferry, Paul Young, Alison Monet, U2. And they did a 12-minute version of Bad. U2 did. Dire Straits, Queen, David Bowie, The Who, Elton John, Wham, and Paul McCartney. You know how many of these people are still performing? Almost all of them.
Yeah.
But that's also a very English lineup, too.
That was in London.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Now, here's who we had. This makes it really sad when you hear about it now. You guys ready for this one? This is kind of super sad now. You're going to hear one of these bands. You're going to they played Live Aid? This is the only thing they ever did worth a damn. Okay, here we go. So there's no way that these guys played Live Aid. You ever, Jody Watley was on stage at Live Aid. What are you doing there?
Jody Watley?
Yeah.
Well, she was big at the time.
She wasn't that big.
She had name value.
She wasn't. No. Shame. Let's see here. Jack Nicholson hosted.
Yeah.
So who opened for us? Joan Baez. Oh, God.
Snoozerino.
That's right. Madonna.
There you go.
Right? She was there.
That's good.
But I'm looking at this. The Hooters.
Mm-hmm. They were big at the time.
Oh, yeah, the Hooters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hits.
Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath, original lineup.
Yes, sir.
Run DMC.
Yes, sir.
Billy Ocean.
Yes, sir.
The Four Tops.
Yes, sir.
Caribbean Queen.
And he's English.
Oh, goodness me. That was, and of course, obviously, Phil Collins.
Phil Collins.
He rocked it at both. But it was like so crazy. Like, how did they get there?
Well, who else was on our list?
You had, oh, God, what's their names? Crosby, Stills, and Nash. That was huge.
That was good for
Love
the time.
the one you're with.
The Pretenders. Tom Petty. George Thorogood and the Destroyers.
Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Big at the time. So ours was good, but you don't open with Joan Baez. Hey, guys, we're here to bring it down.
Don't even
Here's
close
Joan
with
Baez.
Joan Baez. You just leave her off.
Jeez. I think you also had,
The Beach Boys and Hall & Oates.
yeah, Dylan. Dylan's a part of it. Yeah.
Hey,
No Kenny
hey.
Rogers. What was Kenny Rogers?
That's a good point because Kenny was everywhere too.
Well, Kenny, he was a big part of the We Are the World.
Yes. I mean, you couldn't turn the radio on in the 80s without hearing Phil Collins and Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
Did you see where Dolly did a recorded message for the Black Sabbath last concert?
Awesome. What'd she say?
Just talking about how much she loved Ozzy and, was wishing him well and
Yeah.
was excited to. I mean, obviously she's not there to watch it, but she was excited to see the final concert.
Well, the
awesome.
late her husband Carl Dean, he was a hard rock fan.
Was he?
Yeah. She told Brian Johnson how he would deafen her with Back in Black.
As you do.
She'd get home and he'd be cranking AC/DC.
She'd be like, turn that down. I pay the bills around here.
Yeah, no doubt, huh? How would that be? Well, there you go. So there you go. A little fun, a little nostalgia back in the day.
Bob Dylan was joined by Keith Richards and Ron Wood.
Bet that had to be a
Ronnie
great
Wood.
conversation afterwards. Anytime Keith's anywhere, I'm sure the conversation is riveting.
Mike Myers' version of Ronnie Wood always cracked me up, man.
Oh, God.
You can't understand a word Ronnie Wood.
Dylan is such a snooze live, though, that you
Yeah,
got to
he
hope that Keith and Ronnie
They had
amped
to
it
help
up.
him out.
Yeah, just moving around him, trying to, come on, get it going, guys. Yeah, this is
And
great.
I went and saw Dylan just for the very fact that I wanted to be able to say I saw Dylan. And when I went, you would be halfway through a song before you realized what it was because he would change the arrangements up so much. It was one of the most boring concerts I've ever been to.
Did he talk in between? You couldn't understand a word
A
he
little
said?
bit, but not much.
That sucks.
The Beach Boys. The Beach Boys played.
Yeah, I love the Beach Boys. Who doesn't love the Beach Boys, huh? Rest in peace. Still performing, though.
Did John Stamos play with them on that?
No, he was only...
No, he wasn't even Full House yet, I don't
I
think.
don't think so either. So there you go, kids. Reliving back in the day. Coming up, wrap it up. Matt's going to come in. I don't know what he's going to talk about. We'll find out next. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Did we get the camera working? No.
Man, I look great today, too.
So currently,
Hello?
nothing's working.
Hello?
There you
Check 1,
go.
2. At least the mic works. I look great today, too, don't I?
You do. You look
I mean,
fantastic.
probably better than I've ever looked.
First of all, your arm is out of the sling. You're doing jumping jacks.
Yeah, sure.
We're going to call this just like this is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Biden
let's go,
thing.
let's go.
This is the Biden thing.
You see my muscles?
You do juggling. I can't
got
even
like-
believe you can juggle this quick with your arm being that way.
9.5 pack. Got a 9.5 pack over here. And you guys don't get to see it because the little thing's off. So that's too bad.
How was your weekend?
It was restful, I mean, relatively speaking. Went to Lebanon, Tennessee. Beautiful Lebanon. Was downtown Lebanon. You've been to downtown Lebanon? It's not Lebanon.
I know.
They'll get you.
Yes,
You
I
say
have.
that.
But what did you do? Did you ride your motorcycle there? Because your arm's fixed now.
Negative. I did not. Went and ate at it's called the Snow White Drive-In, which is an old school, 70-plus-year-old old school drive-in that's in Lebanon. Had a burger there. Delicious. Absolutely fabulous.
So when you say drive-in, I think movies.
Well, I mean, I guess you would, but this is, it's like a car hop thing
Yeah,
where
it's
they
a
used
car
to
hop.
do.
Did they
used
roll
to
out
do
roller skates?
No, they don't do roller skates anymore, but they still come to your car and take your order from your car. But I guess liability is what it is. But yeah, we did that and hung out. That was about it.
Sounds like a good
Looked
weekend.
hot outside all weekend.
It was. Our swamp ass alert is on high meter. What is our swamp ass right now? It's about 3.5, Ken?
And let's see here, boys. Feels like temperature is
Stop it.
99 degrees. Swamp ass is buzzing.
It doesn't feel that way to me. So you need to. You said you.
Well, that's because your arm's cool. You got a cooling arm.
I just hate it. I hate it. I hate it with every passion of my fiber of my being. And there's more of it. I don't hate Ken Weaver. I love Ken Weaver.
He doesn't like feels like temperatures.
I don't like the heat index. The heat index is stupid.
Or wind chill.
It's all stupid. The temperature is what the temperature is. Don't tell me what it feels like to me. Yeah. You're not me. I'm me. Oh, it feels like, shut up. Well, just tell me what the temperature is, and I'll figure it out when I get outside. Tell me the temperature and the humidity, and I'm smart enough to figure it out when I get outside.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah, because here's the thing. What if it feels 102 to you?
Right.
See,
but it's not, no, but they said it feels like 99.
No. See, what he's saying is...
Why not just tell us that it's the temperature is what the temperature is? It's all about... Don't get me started.
Why don't you just say it's hot?
It's all about pushing up. It's all about the extreme. It's all about freaking people out. It's all about. Oh, it's 95 degrees, but hey, it feels 147 to Meemaw.
Well, Meemaw, because Meemaw's inside.
Without any AC.
Without any AC. She's got AC. She's got a swamp cooler, but she doesn't run it right now.
No. She's not baller on a budget. She's not doing that.
Stevie A told her she can't run it.
That's exactly right.
Till midnight. Between midnight and 2.
Can't run that till you get that methane plant in Cheatham County. Yeah, so I just, the feels like just wears me out.
We love the feels like around here because it helps with swamp ass.
That's great. I mean, no, how are you going to get the swamp ass reports without it feels like?
That's right. Because that's part of the humidity. That's the problem.
That's what they tell me.
That's what they tell you.
That's what they say to me.
I don't remember. When did feels like temperatures even begin?
Well, it started with heat. It was the heat index, right? And but that wasn't good enough.
I thought the wind chill was one of the same. When we had it was always the wind chill. Because like when you're out in Arizona, it's 120. What's it feel like? Who cares? It's 120.
Yeah.
There's no humidity. It feels like it's disgusting.
They don't do it out there because they
don't
can't
have humidity.
Because they can't aggrandize. Hey, it's 120, but it actually feels 114.
So we have the wind chill when it's like it's 52, but with the wind chill it's 43.
But it's not 43.
No, it's not.
It's 52, and the wind is blowing.
And it's cold. So you need to extend. You need to make weather more entertaining.
This is one of those deals where I know that it does me no service to allow this to stick in my craw, and I can't help. I just cannot.
I understand completely.
Cannot help it. It just wears me thin. Wait, it feels like the one that there's a worse phraseology for it, Ken. You know what it is?
What is?
The real feels.
Yeah,
the real feels.
That's stupid. The real feels is stupid.
It's 95, but the real feels. That's another one. By
the way.
That's not even correct, but that's another one.
That is not correct. You know what? There's a lot of things that seem to bug you. I like it, though.
I've parlayed it into a fine living. Okay.
By the way, today we found out Ken was going to hell.
Oh, are you, Brother West?
Church of Christ, when he was 16, he had to let the guy in to do his prayer thing live on the radio. Kept telling Ken he was going to hell.
Yeah.
Weaver, if you're going to hell, I'm holding your hand on the way. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, well, that preacher, man, he scared me.
That's right. No dinosaurs, no dancing.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, it's like I was telling the boys, he told me I was going to hell, but he wasn't offering any way towards salvation. He just told me I'm going to hell.
I'm going to how can I help? Nah,
I'm not. You are.
I mean,
so basically what he was doing an hour prayer that was more about a braggadociousness. It feels like it's going to be hot where you're going.
Remember Judge Schmales in Caddyshack? The world needs ditch diggers too. Well, a lot of us are going to heaven, but not everybody, Ken.
Coming up, Matt, he's got more of riveting hatefulness.
Grumpy.
More of grumpy hate towards the weather. Feels like I'm out of here.